Good evening, fellow patriots. The conservative patriot here. Well, I got some pretty breaking news that just came to me. I do apologize for doing this video so late. Had stuff I had to do. But anyway, without further ado, I just got an article that Trey Gowdy is going to be joining Trump's legal team as outside counsel. So let's read the article on that. And I tell you what, this is good because Trey Gowdy is smart. He knows the law, and he's gonna blow the roof off of that. All right, here we go. Huge. Trey Gowdy joins Trump legal team against impeachment. Former Republican Representative Trey Gowdy is joining the Trump legal team to help the White House with the fight against the ongoing impeachment inquiry against the president. According to an anonymous Trump administration official, Gowdy will be an outside counsel to President Trump. This is breaking. CNN reports that former South Carolina Republican Representative Trey Gowdy has accepted an offer to serve as outside counsel to President Donald Trump. Brian Vivier of the Daily Wire tweeted. Oh, sugar. Okay, this is what he's. Oh yeah, just check out what the Daily Caller reported in relation to Gowdy's past experience. The former South Carolina representative once served as chairman for the House Oversight Committee. He supported investigations into former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and the Benghazi embassy terrorist attack in Libya. Gowdy decided not to run for re-election in 2018. After serving 8 years in the House, according to AP. Gowdy's decision to assist the president in the impeachment inquiry comes at the same time as the White House sending House Democrats a scathing letter which announced that the Trump administration will not comply with the inquiry. On Tuesday, the White House sent an 8-page defiant letter to Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi announced why they will not be complying with the House Democrats' illegitimate and unconstitutional impeachment inquiry. The Trump administration stated that the letter is not the most historic letter ever sent by the White House. Ooh, yes, it was. President Trump and his administration reject your baseless, unconstitutional efforts to overturn the democratic process. We're going to start. Excuse me. Your unprecedented choice in order to fulfill his duties to the American people, the Constitution, the executive branch, and all future occupants of the office of the presidency. President Trump and his administration cannot participate in your partisan and unconstitutional inquiry under these circumstances. The document finishes. The president has a country to lead. The American people have elected him to do this job. And he remains focused on fulfilling his promises to the American people. In late September, Pelosi started an impeachment inquiry into President Trump, based on a second-hand account from a politically biased whistleblower. The inquiry was started in the basis that President Trump set up a quid pro quo agreement with Ukraine, where Trump would release military aid to Ukraine if they started an investigation into Joe Biden, which is proven false. This was found to be untrue considering the transcript of the call was released, which showed absolutely no mention of military aid. Did I just say that? Instead of shutting down the inquiry, Democrats decided to continue with it, even though no crimes were committed. See? What do you call? Yeah, it's the end of that article. Oh, sugar. I might have one more for you. Yep. I'll have one more for you. And then we'll discuss this. As soon as it loads. Oh, here we go. Hold on, so I wait for the... Here we go. Say, Senator Lindsey Graham offers Giuliani to testify to Senate on Biden crimes. Senator Lindsey Graham offered former New York City Mayor and President Donald Trump's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, to testify in front of the state Senate Judiciary Committee. The offer came on Tuesday morning from Graham in a tweet. I've heard on numerous occasions disturbing allegations by Rudy Giuliani about corruption in Ukraine and the many properties surrounding the firing of former prosecutor General Victor Shukin. Graham started. Graham then called out the inaction for the House of Representatives. Given the House of Representatives' behavior, it's time for the Senate to inquire about the corruption and other improprieties involving Ukraine, he added. The senator finished, therefore, I will offer to Mr. Giuliani the opportunity to come before the Senate Judiciary Committee to inform the committee of his concerns. Basically, it's the tweets. Giuliani has been making his rounds throughout the media defending President Trump while hammering former Vice President Joe Biden and his son Hunter Biden. A chance to testify in front of the Senate would be a huge opportunity for the former New York City mayor. On Monday morning, during an interview on Fox News, Giuliani went nuclear on the media's attempts to demolish him, along with the attacks on the media. Giuliani also brought reports related to Biden's potential crime activity in Ukraine, China, and Romania. If it were a Republican, the Washington press corps, including you, Howard, would have gone crazy. Giuliani explained. We have had 3 months of investigations of that. Instead, when it happens with Biden, they covered it up. Yeah. They covered up the people they like. They are now going after me personally because they want me to get me. The message that so they don't have to deal with their honey boy Biden. Last week, during an interview with Fox News host Sean Hannity, Giuliani dropped some bombs on the Democratic Party and their ties to Ukraine. Nancy Pelosi and her son. The reason why the President of the United States has an obligation to ask the President of Ukraine to follow up on these allegations because they're substantial. I don't want to exaggerate it, but pretty close to overwhelming evidence, including a finding by a Ukrainian court that Hillary Clinton and the Democrats cooperated with the Ukrainians with the order coming directly from the White House to dig up dirt on her political opponent. And they did, Giuliani said. Giuliani continued by talking about former Vice President Joe Biden and the allegations he has faced surrounding Ukraine. In this case, Biden sold his office for millions, Giuliani stated. Is there anybody that believes that Ukraine or China were paying for Hunter Biden's expertise? Or do you have the common sense to realize they are buying Joe Biden's office and that it is very damaging to the United States? Joe Biden was sent to Ukraine to, in part, deal with corruption and he helped to corrupt the Ukraine. He is a laughingstock. So here you go. So you see, guys. So this is good news. This actually just broke out about 5 minutes ago before I made this video, that Trey Gowdy is going to be part of President Trump's legal team, outside counsel. This is good. This is very huge. And I definitely think Rudy Giuliani should definitely testify for Senate, so the American people can understand what's really going on here. This is the biggest scandal in America, in politics. The American people need to know this, so I think that's why Senator Graham wants to have him come to the House Senate Judiciary Committee to find out what he's, so they can tell them what he's found. We have a right to know the corruption between the Bidens, Nancy Pelosi, and the other Democrats. And Hillary Clinton, yeah, we have a right to know that. So I definitely think he should do that, so that way the American people can find out what side of the corruption. And this whole thing is definitely a witch hunt, guys. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out what's going on. This is another attempted coup to take out a sitting president, just like 2016. So, because there was no crimes committed, they're still going to go forward with it. You want to know why? They're backpedaling. They're backpedaling. You see? They are running scared. President Trump's not scared of them. They are scared of him because his team, A.G. Barr and John, I forget his last name, are getting to the bottom of this Russia hoax. And I believe A.G. Barr is in Europe right now trying to get some answers. So I think he's been to Australia. He's in Europe right now. That's why they're pushing this impeachment inquiry. Not only that, because they know they can't win. They can't beat him. I've been saying this in so many videos. That's what this whole thing is. They're trying to cover up all the corruption that Joe Biden has committed, and his son, Hunter Biden. And I just read an article the other day that Nancy Pelosi and her son are involved in the scandal too. Don't believe me? The report's out there. The article's out there. I think it was yesterday when I read that. It's like, oh, or Monday or Sunday. I forget which day. So they're like I've been saying all along, the Democrats are trying to hide the corruption within our government, the deep state, and people that they are friends with, who they like. That's what this whole impeachment inquiry is about. They know they're guilty. They know that President Trump and his team are going to get the evidence out there, and they're panicking. They're freaking out. So President Trump wants to expose the corruption that what these Democrats are doing and what other people are doing behind the scenes. And I just saw a thing on my home screen here on my computer. It looks like Shifty Schiff might be resigning. I don't know if that's true or not. Probably not, but you know. But I hope that's true, because he's a liar, he's a leaker, and he fabricated the whole conversation President Trump had with the president of Ukraine on July 25th. He fabricated the whole thing to fit his narrative. So I wouldn't be surprised if he resigns. Because sooner or later it's going to happen. And just so they thought they could get away with this? And also, I guess there's a lot of stuff going on because President Trump's rally in Minneapolis, Minnesota is tomorrow. I gotta check the time. It's probably around 7 o'clock. But I have to double check it. And I guess it's gonna be like thousands of Antifa punks there, boneheads. So I guess he's gonna send in, deploy some Marines to guard the city. That's just what I heard. So this is good news. Now that Trey Gowdy's part of Trump's legal team, Democrats are probably crapping their pants, and so is the deep state. Because Trey Gowdy doesn't mess around. When he sees the corruption, he's going to go after you. Nope, I have more. I get like 2 or 3 articles, 4 articles a day, guys. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, yep. Uh-oh. I'll have to save that one for tomorrow's video. But that's what this impeachment inquiry is. The Democrats are running scared. So is the deep state. Because they know the truth is going to come out. They don't want you to know the truth. They don't want you to know about the corruption against Joe Biden and his son, Nancy Pelosi and his son, and all the other deep state rats that are Trump hating. Yeah, they don't want you to know this. That's why they're trying everything they can do as quickly as they can to push this impeachment on us. So basically, I agree with President Trump when he said that they are trying to impeach him, and that they're just putting us through this hell. Absolutely. So once again, guys, I apologize for this video going out so late. Kind of lost track of time here, but I'm gonna put this video up, and this is good, guys, that Trey Gowdy's joined Trump's legal team, because he's a fighter. He will get to the bottom of everything. So, don't worry, Patriots. Justice is coming. Not as fast as we want it to come, but it's going to come. They are literally crapping their pants right now, panicking, scrambling, trying to get him out of there. It's some ridiculous poll that 58% support impeachment of the president. Well, yeah, because the liberals and anti-Trump haters, brainwashed people, basically. I mean, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure that out. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's report. Smash that like button, give it a big thumbs up, and consider subscribing to the channel. Become a member of the Conservative Patriot family. That's all you gotta do is hit that. Make sure YouTube's kind of suppressing me a little bit, trying to take away my sub count a little bit. So make sure you still subscribe to the channel. Make sure this bell is still rung. To the next report. This is a Conservative Patriot, and I'm out.